Good morning you guys, it's Karen and I wanted to come and do a video for you on my favourite Amazon items of 2019. I actually found this easier to do than my best makeup because there are so many things I bought in 2019 that are amazing. And this is my list. Oh, sorry, that was the thing on my, I've got a TENS machine on my neck. I think it goes off when this comes away from my skin too much. Anyway, that's my list. It's a long old list and I think there's between 20 and 30 items here. So I will try and get this video done today in a one-er, but split it in two, like part one, part two, and just see how we get on. Ironically, this thing I've got on my neck that's buzzing is a TENS machine that I just bought from Amazon, and this might well be a favourite because I think it's helping with my head. Oh, it's very, very strong. What I'm going to do for this first one is I'm not going to run out and collect things just because I'm trying to can you see this moving my shoulders? Maybe that intensity is too high. It's actually making me jogging me. It's so funny. Oh my goodness. I'm going to try and put my bra strap over it to keep that down. I'm going to show you things that I can put a picture in on screen rather than actually physically show you because my husband's here. I'm not normally filming on a Saturday, but this is just an opportunity came up, long story. And so rather than me constantly running around the house trying to collect things, I'm just going to talk about things I can show you a picture of that wouldn't necessarily be easy to show. Number one, do you see that white linen basket back there? I'll put a picture in the screen so you can see it closer, but that is just amazing. I absolutely love it. I put it together. I was so proud of myself because I normally struggle with things. You know, you get something from IKEA and try to put it together and I normally struggle, but I did that completely on my own. I think I asked Kev one question about it and I think it's beautiful. It's just nice and clean and white. You could wipe it down if you needed to. I'm just looking around and noticing there's a little mark on it. It's okay, it's come off, but I just think it looks really, really nice. And it's got like a soft close lid so that you can flip the lid up and then close the lid. The one I had before, the lid would just fly off and that one is sturdy enough that you can put stuff on top of it, but also, like I said, you can flip the lid up and get your washing out, put the lid down. You don't get any smell from the washing coming from it. It's got two handles at the side that you can lift it up with. I just think it's all round a really good purchase of mine. Another purchase I'm really happy with is the wall words that I bought from Amazon and also the butterflies that I bought from Amazon. So both things just to decorate the wall, if you like. The first one I bought was the one for the living room, which says "Together we are a family." And then I added on a paw print, just, you know, to include Watson in that so people were aware that's what I'm talking about. And I think it's really nice in the living room, and we've had compliments from our neighbours that walk past and can see it from the outside, as well as people that have been in. And then I've got a new one in here which says "Never let anyone dull your sparkle," which I really like as well. And they were just really easy to apply and they look really nice. They've lasted really well. They're not peeling off. So love those. And then the butterflies. I used to have just the coloured butterflies. I think I've still got a couple, haven't I? Yeah, you can see them in the background there above my nail polish racks. But I've now got some silver ones, which are really, really beautiful. And again, really easy to stick on the wall and just I think they look beautiful. Okay, under sink storage, I'm going to again put a picture of this in. It sounds like a really boring thing, but it just made such a difference to my under sink storage. It fits perfectly underneath. It's got it's got a little metal drawer that you can pull out and then a little stand that you can put things on the top. And it just really helped me organize the underneath of my sink. So I'm going to show you a picture of that, and that's something I definitely recommend. The next thing I do have to show you, and this is what it is. This is by Rent-A-Kill and it's for stopping spiders. Look, that's that bloomin' vibrating TENS thing. I don't know why I think that's really funny. These are for stopping spiders. I have to say I love these because they work. But there is that animal part of me. I know that not many people will care about spiders, but even with spiders and flies, which I both detest, and I'm terrified of. Like, I hate it when a fly comes near me. I freak out that it's going to go in my mouth and I'm going to swallow it or it's going to go up my nose or something. And with spiders, if I see one, I'm a wreck. I'm an absolute wreck. I have palpitations. It lasts for hours afterwards. And using these has made my life better. But I do worry about how quickly it makes their death. That is something that bothers me. Like I said, I know that's silly, but the idea is that this has got something on it that is poisonous, and when they go over it, they stick to it, but it also kills them. In an ideal world, I wouldn't need to do that, but like I said, it's something that, like, I could go to bed before using these and I would be like, oh, what's that? And I would have a bed check every single night, because Kev comes in to say goodnight to me because I'm always in bed before him, and I would be like, I'd have to shake out the duvet, I'd have to look under the pillows, I'd have to check everywhere. Since using these, I don't need to do that, because when I lift my mattress, these are underneath the bed, and these are underneath the sofas and underneath the bookcase in the living room. There's always one on them, more than one. They're always on these that I leave under the bed, and so these are working. And since using these, I haven't seen one. Have I? Maybe one. No, I did maybe see one small one in the living room, but it's just made my life more enjoyable. Sorry, it's going to make me giggle every time this blooming shoulder thing goes off. So Spider Stop, they're called. I'll link everything for you anyway. My bathroom blinds, they are just beautiful. I think they're called Zebra, and they're kind of popular, if you like, and I'm not normally up on what's popular, but these blinds are apparently very popular. And they're called Zebra because they're striped, and you can have them in different ways. Anyway, I will show you a picture of mine, and I just think that they look really, really beautiful. The ones I got were in bronze, and you know, they were easy to fit, they were inexpensive, but they look really, really nice, I think. So love those. The heart mat for my bathroom, I put this on Instagram, a picture of this on Instagram, and got a lot of questions about where did you buy it from, please can you link it for me, because it's just such a simple thing, but it looks so lovely. But I'll tell you the funny reason we bought it. I bought 2 new bath mats because we put a new floor in our bathroom not that long ago, like maybe 2 years ago. And one tiny little bit of it is coming up, one little corner. And my husband has tried and tried and tried different types of glue, and we've piled books on top. But it's now at the point where, because it's been up and down so much, firstly it's thickened because of the glue underneath, and it's also nearly snapping that tiny little corner. But we don't really want to do the whole floor again just because of that one tiny corner, because there's nothing wrong with the rest of the floor. But also we kind of want to redo the bathroom when we do that, and we certainly don't have the money to redo the whole bathroom just now. So I said, let's get a bigger bath mat that will just fit over it, because it's kind of just in front of the toilet, and so we can put it in such a way that it doesn't look ridiculous. The bath mat is still near the bath, but it covers that up, and it means we won't keep kicking it up any further. So I bought a really large beige one, but I also bought that red heart one because just the shape of it means I can put it by the bath, but it still covers that little corner. But I just thought it looked really, really nice. And like I said, a lot of people that saw the picture did as well. So, and again, reasonably priced. Something else that I do have here, I know I was trying to show you household things, but is this. I'll just show you this quickly. This is a gel mouse mat. And I need this because if I don't use a really good mouse mat with a gel pad on, I get a lump come up on here, and it's really painful. It's actually painful to use. I used to have to get one for, you know, when I was in the NHS, etc. Mine got really dirty. I had this one, it got really dirty, so I purchased another one, but I got it from a different seller and it just wasn't good. It wasn't as firm as this one, so I chucked that one and ordered this specific one. So if you have problems with your wrist and you, like me, get that little lump or a pressure point, I'd really recommend this. It's absolutely brilliant, and I'll link that exact one so that you get the same one. Another item that I can put a picture in, but it would be awfully heavy for me to bring through and show you, or, well, it wouldn't be that heavy actually, but it's a carpet cleaner. And I wish I had switched carpet cleaner years ago, honestly. So I have used carpet cleaners for 20 years and I've always used a Vax. I started off, I borrowed my boss's, I remember. He let me borrow it. I thought it was the best thing ever. I was like, this is amazing. You can have carpets, but you can wash them and get them, looking all fresh and new again. And so when I could afford it, I bought one for myself. And I have used Vax ever since. I got my Vax out to use after Watson had his hemorrhagic gastroenteritis. So he had been sick twice in the house and it was bloody. And so it had stained the carpet, and each time we kind of walked a few paces, so there was 3 patches, one in the living room, one in the bedroom. And so I got my carpet cleaner out, and typically it would not pick up the water, and so it wasn't doing anything. Now I'd sort of had a suspicion it wasn't working. Kev and I had looked at it and I said, I don't think it's picking up the water because the carpets were always soaking and there was never much water in the collector, but there never was that much water, and I don't know whether it was, you know, I was thinking, am I just not patient enough to do it slowly so that it gets all the water or whatever. But we'd ordered several different parts for it and they hadn't worked. So on this day I used it, it just wasn't picking up anything at all, and we were like, typical, this is the day we need it. So I said, okay, we need to buy another one. I said, but you know, having had so much of a problem with this one, maybe I should try a different brand, because the one that I had was the Vax. I think it was like the Pro, and it had all these brushes on it, and it definitely cleaned the carpet well, but it was heavy and I had to change the water probably 4 times for one room, whereas the Vax I'd had before that, one tank would last me a whole room. And so I said to him, let's maybe try something else. And so I went for a Bissell one. This Bissell one, I got it, literally ordered it on Amazon Prime. We went to see if there was any in Currys or Argos, and there was none that I particularly wanted. And so I ordered this Bissell one from Amazon. It arrived and I was like, you know, I'm taking a chance here because it might be rubbish. It's amazing. And of course I said that to my friend. I was telling her, because I know she uses carpet cleaners. I said to her, you've got to try this Bissell one. It's absolutely amazing. And she was like, yep, that's the one I use. She said, I used to use Vax, but I thought they were rubbish. And it's just one of those things that had never come up in conversation. Anyway, I used it and everything about it is amazing. It is so much more lightweight than the Vax, like so much more. It's not, I'm not got, you know, tight muscles after using it, because it's actually really hard work cleaning the carpets, but now it's like less than half as much work, like 20% of the effort that it was with the Vax. It's easier to change the water, don't use as much water, it picks up more water, the lead is better, the storage is better, everything about it is better. I absolutely adore it. So if you're looking for a new carpet cleaner, I would highly recommend this Bissell one. It's so easy to use. It's just a dream to use. I actually look forward to cleaning the carpets versus thinking, oh, this is a chore, you know. And I have to clean the carpets a lot because of Watson's allergies. Oh, outdoor cupboard. I'm going to try and stick on household items in this one. We bought an outdoor storage cupboard and it's brilliant. It looks really neat. It wasn't expensive. It's got, like, you had to build it yourself, and Kev said that was fairly simple, and we had to buy a padlock for it, but other than that, we've got in it the pressure washer for the back garden, we've got in it the hose, we've got some of Watson's toys, and it's just made the garden look so much nicer, and it's just a really neat, lovely extra storage thing. It's given me extra room in my hall cupboard, because in my hall cupboard was the pressure washer, and it's waterproof, and you know, it's just brilliant. So I will give you a link to that and I'll put a picture in as well. Oh, fitted sheet. You wouldn't think I'd be talking about a fitted sheet, it's really boring, but we've got a really extra deep mattress. I can't remember why. It might have been to do with Kev's back, or I think there was a special deal and we got this mattress. But since having it, it's been really difficult to find a really nice fitted sheet that is, you know, extra deep. A lot of them say extra deep, but they're not, and they don't fit properly underneath. And so what was happening was, one of us, either myself or Kev, would wake up in the middle of the night and the fitted sheet had patoinged off one of the corners, and we were then sleeping on, you know, the sheet. It was just so annoying. Anyway, I finally found this really nice fitted sheet, which is not only is actually extra deep and doesn't come up, it's a really nice material. You know, it feels almost silky. It feels like a silky cotton. I'm not very good on what material it is or what material is the best, but it feels really luxurious. So I wanted to let you know, because I'd imagine most people use a fitted sheet. 2 more items for household. One is a Lazy Susan, and it's just a little plastic Lazy Susan. I think I got a wooden one as well, and I don't think I've used that yet. But this little plastic Lazy Susan was really inexpensive, and I've put it in my kitchen cupboard and put all of my spices on it, and it's a dream. It's just a dream to now go in and try and find the spice I'm looking for, rather than having to move them all over one side, move them all over the other side, and you can tend to miss them anyway. But this is just perfect. So that's just one of those little things that makes life easier. The final thing are shelf boxes. They come flat pack. They're just fabric square boxes, and I bought 4 of them and put what was on my bookcase into these boxes and put them back on the bookcase, and it just looks so much nicer. It doesn't look messy at all. One has got my nail stuff in. I can't remember what it was in before. I think it was in just like a tray of some kind. So all of my nail stuff is in one of them. One of them has got all material that I use for Watson's enrichment games. What's in the other one? Oh, the other one has got like spiky balls and things that I use for my neck in the living room. So that's made that look a lot neater. It just looks so much neater than the things that were just sitting there on the bookcase. And again, they were really inexpensive and look really nice. Okay, everything else is either health related or kind of random, so I'm going to leave it there and call this part 1. I hope that you found that enjoyable. Let me know if you've tried any of these things or what your best 2019 Amazon purchases were. I've already bought a couple of things this year that I think I'm going to do a 6 months favourite, because I had so many for 2019. I think it's a good video to do regularly. So yeah, let me know what your favourites were, and if you've, like I said, you've tried any of these or anything better, and I will speak to you again soon.